Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus here. As I prepare to go to bed, I'm still thinking about what I can say to kind of speed up this time when we, maybe including me, get a chance to see our society change so we can really live. I was listening at the social media on YouTube and Facebook and others, and I was listening to stuff that's being posted. And it was really amazing the kind of stuff that I was seeing. I was seeing stuff like Trump's felons to run the polls. It's the people who are out breaking the laws, threatening folks, uh, threatening present politicians today, uh, supporting a lie that says the election was stolen, whatever the explanations are. But they want to put these guys in positions of dealing with polls and voting. Guys who just have already said to you, we don't care who runs. You might as well not run because anything that comes through here is going to our guy. And expect to be in these polls. Expect the rest of the nation to allow them to be in the polls. And they trying to set it up through some laws here and there that would make it okay. It's amazing how things run. And then the man who's pushing all of the stuff like that, who started pushing the lie, who has probably been engaged in crime most of his life and been getting away with it, got on the front street, president of the United States, big headed, wanted to conquer the world as far as authority goes, thinking that he could outsmart people by skinning and grinning in their face, shaking their hands, taking advantage of them. And for some strange reason, kind of got knocked off the stool. And now he wants everybody who loves him, get the guys who are just blind to follow him, that if anybody threatens to put him in jail or something like that, he wants them to retaliate, probably take their lives. I'm not saying that's what he wants, but I saw some inferences to that degree. It's amazing the kinds of things that go on. And I'm thinking about stuff like that. You start talking about uh, I don't even talk about this crime. We all know what they've been saying about those. But the thing that really bothers me is his children. Now, I know he came up the way he came up, and he wanted to bring his kids up, put his kids a part of the circle. The kids want to be a part of the circle. There are not too many people in the world that hierarchy, from the norms, royalty, but for this man, I can imagine he wanted to be and always felt he ranked with royalty. And indeed, he really does. We all do. He just won't admit it. He just wants to admit it or admitted it. We won't. But anyway, he wanted his kids to do the same thing. The problem was, by him being a crook, and he probably could justify it if he knew how, his kids come up with him. So they end up being connected with crookdom, and so they might just be crooks. Now, I'm really hoping that they're not crooks. And if they are crooks, I want them to know, don't feel bad. There are a lot of crooks in the world. A lot of them in jail, a lot of them not in jail. And, well, we love them anyway. Well, that's what I say about the children. Now, I was thinking about uh, when I see protests by white people, they always got guns. They always talking, threatening, violence. I mean, they talk about black people. Man, white people are something else. And they want to go on the big front street. And I want everybody to know, listen to me. If you don't remember anything else I say, every time you pull a trigger and take a life, especially if you take a life, you are anti-God. I don't care what it is, anti-God, unless you are defending yourself from an aggressor. Defending yourself from an aggressor. You got the right to do that. Some people wouldn't do it because they want to get out of this world anyway, so they don't mind being killed. But if you got a desire to stay around a little bit long and somebody's aggressively trying to, you got the right, and if you put God on your side, you'll kick their butts. Believe me. I don't care how small you might be, you'll kick their butts. Okay. um, oh, I was thinking how much over these 40 years I've talked about things that people have prayed for. People have come to me and asked me to pray to God that they might be blessed in certain ways. And I have gone to God on many, many, many occasions and petitioned God. And the reply was, the power for all of the things that people pray for is in man's hands. They have the ability, they have the power, they have the authority to manifest all these things that they're praying for. They don't know it, but tell them they do. And so they can start searching for it and start praying. Ain't that so? I've been wanting to get some kind of attention to let you people know that heaven is in our hands. We just recognize that we're being played by everybody. Everybody's playing everybody. And everybody think they're right. And nobody's right. Anybody's right. Everybody's right. And the evidence will be there. You'll have peace and prosperity and freedom, joy in the lives, a fulfillment of your dreams, your needs, your wants, and your desires being met, guaranteed, because each of you are participating in the process. You're engaged in with that gift that you got to make sure that it fits in with everything that's needed, everything that's required to make the finished product, so that you can have in the reservoir of goods and services everything that you could have imagined that you wanted, desired, or need. My God, it's been beautiful. Set all of that in our hands. And I've been wanting to finally get some way to get that to you, because I know if you think it, if you somebody can get it to you to get you to think about it, and you start going for it, you go crazy for it. You'd want it, because I'm telling you, I sure want it. But, I mean, nobody will tell us. It's like hands off. And then I think about a brother who wants to be in the United States Senate. And he talks about weed, makes this commercial, infomercial, whatever. And he's smoking a cigar, but he gave the impression that he's smoking weed. And he's talking about how people in jail for smoking weed and all this kind of stuff. You've heard to see the commercial. Then on another trip, he has a commercial, infomercial, where he's burning a flag, not an American flag, but that Southern flag. He's burning it. And I'm thinking, all of a sudden, I'm saying, look at, he's getting attention everywhere just by burning a flag or smoking a cigar. And here I have been talking about people's dreams coming true. I can't get, and I'm sitting up here, my toes tingling, my jawbone aching, thinking I might be threatening to have a stroke or something like that because I don't have adequate health care. You know what I mean when I talk about health care. It's really funny, but not funny. Not funny in that we got the solution all around us. We do. Trump, guys, I know you want to be available to do whatever you think is possible to help somebody do what you think nobody else would. But you're going to have to go that route. There's a better way still. You have trusted in those who would not come through for you. We understand that. But I want you to know that there's a plan, there's a way that each of us are engaged in the process. So we don't have one person to blame, one group to blame, one nothing. It's all of us cooked up together playing a particular role, just a small role. No big role, just a small role. But it gives you your greatest joy in playing your role. And that way you can be assured that this thing is working because you're a part of it. I want you to be a part of it. You don't have to be talking about Brother Marcus couldn't get it, the Republicans couldn't get it, the Democrats couldn't get it. No, we got it. And you played your part. You know what I mean? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to go ahead and go to bed. It's been a beautiful night. I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. And until next, this is Marcus. Say good night.